Hello everyone and welcome to class today. Today's skill we're going to be talking about is eye irrigation and then eye bandaging. Now look, there are any possible realm of things that could get into a person's eye, but there's a few things that we need to pay attention to. One, if it's burning, caustic, if it's tough, we need to immediately get any contacts out. If that is a situation for the patient, immediately get those contacts out. If it is anything that is burning the eye, that is could be anything from gasoline to bleach, you name it. All these things I have encountered in the field, somebody getting in their eye. The key is to immediately irrigate. So you want to flush their eye as fast as possible. So there's a couple parameters in your book. I want you guys to tell me before we move forward. How long are you supposed to irrigate an eye? Good answer. 20 minutes. So for 20 minutes, you're supposed to irrigate the eye. What is it said in the book? There's a specific way that it is worded. You are supposed to irrigate for 20 minutes with what? Good answer. Copious. That's the word that they like to use, copious amounts of water. So basically you are flooding the eyeball. Now, if there is a situation where a patient has just one eye that's been affected, we'll just go over here with this little guy here. This is Bobby. Bobby had some stuff getting his left eye. So we want to irrigate this left eye. You want to pay attention to that because you do not want to get the right eye involved. So you're going to try to keep from cross-contaminating. So how you're going to do that is you're going to have the patient lean or lay back. You are going to have to help open the eyeball. You know how it is. If something gets in your eye, man, immediately you want to squinch it closed and stuff. So you're going to have to help them a little bit. So you're going to lay them back, talk to them, keep them calm, open that eye, have them tilt their head a little bit. And then you're going to use whatever type of eye irrigation that your service carries. Some people have like these little bottles of saline, they have sterile water. There's different things that you'll have in the back of your unit, usually in some kind of squeeze container. Just make sure you're hitting the corner of the eye and you're washing outward. So you're gonna squeeze, and you're just gonna keep doing this for like 20 minutes. You should probably start transport at some point if this looks like something that's gonna be treated at the hospital. So you're gonna start irrigating 20 minutes, constant flow, and then reevaluate. So I wanna just use this because I know it's talked about and I don't know why there's not been anyone invented. If there is something that's been invented, I haven't seen it, to make this process a little simpler, but I'm still gonna show it to you anyway. So let's say both eyes have been contaminated. So now you wanna irrigate both eyes. Clearly that's gonna be tough, and then you could do it that way, but I'm sure you've seen this before, nasal cannula, right? So this is how you would use that. Person has, I've had many students come through and they'll be like, use nasal cannula. I'm like, how's that look? I don't know, and nobody ever showed them. I'm gonna show you the trick. This is the MacGyver trick in case you've not seen it. Go down here to the end where you have your little connector part to the oxygen tree. Get your pair of scissors. You're gonna clip off that bulky end. So now you just got that smooth little small end, right? Come over here, spike you a bag of saline, just like you normally would with anything. And right here at this little port, it's not gonna screw into it, obviously, and you're gonna have to give a little force, but you're just going to basically push this, and I'm gonna have to get it closer to me, straight into that nasal cannula port, and it is a tight fit. So you've really got to kind of squeeze, but that's a good thing because hopefully that keeps it from leaking too bad elsewhere. So you just get that pushed into there. It doesn't screw on, but once you push that over the end, it should work fine. Now you want to get this in place. So you want to make sure that the prongs are curved and going inward. Open this up enough. And this time you're just going to go straight around the back of the head. You're putting the prongs directly over the bridge of the nose. And then you can cinch this up in the back to make it tighter. And this is a lot easier if you have somebody helping you. But if you don't, you can still manage. Just kind of got to work with it a little bit. So once you get that around the head, you've got that directly over the bridge of the nose. Now at this point, you're going to have one piece of the nasal cannula on one side of the bridge, the other piece on the other side. Makes sense, obviously, because the goal is you are going to wash both eyes at the same time. Come over here, open this bad boy all the way up. You have to raise it so it gets a little bit of gravity to it. And it's coming down now. And you're gonna come over here and you're just gonna stand behind them or sit behind them in the captain's chair and open up both eyes. And you will see that it is flowing down. Hopefully you can see that in the video, but it will flow down pretty nicely then your goal is just basically to hold it open. I would also recommend, once you get this in place, maybe put just a couple pieces of small tape on both sides to kind of keep this in place. And then that way it also allows you to free your hands up so you can keep both eyes open at the same time. Just let it continue to flow, ball out to the hospital. Okay, turn that off. So y'all see how that works, right? Now, let's say that you finished up. You've wrapped up all of that. Now you're ready to what that dude right there? Whoo-wee, that's scary. All right, so now you're ready to bandage the eyes. So just remember this: if you have an issue, even if it's just with one eye, you're always going to bandage both eyes. Who can tell me why that is? Anybody? Nope. Right there. That's a good answer. Yes, because of sympathetic eye movement. So when one eye moves, the other eye is going to move. So you want to keep both eyes from moving as much as possible, because obviously there's been some injury. So you can get some sterile dressing. You simply would wet this with some sterile water. Not off the table, obviously. Get you some sterile water. You're going to put that over both eyes. All right. Get you some Curlex. And I'm going to show you and tell you how you're going to do this. This will work a lot better if you have a partner again. But you don't want to cover the nose up too much. But you want to go around the back of the head as much as you can underneath the occiput. A little part back there, it's nice and prominent. That way it gives it a bite area. And you are going to wrap these eyes. And right now, some of you are watching this video and you're like, he's covering up the ear holes and the nose holes. Try not to cover the nose holes up too much, but you are definitely going to end up covering up the ears a bit. That's okay. Doesn't matter for a second. Because guess what you can do? You're just going to talk to the patient, calm them down, keep them relaxed. Once you get the Curlex on, tape that, pin it back. Now you come back and you dress it up. So you're just going to dress it up. Any of you guys do any ropes? Y'all know you tie your rope. It's going to be a little bit sloppy. Then you come back and you dress your rope up, firefighter friends. Same thing here. Bandaging, same thing. You can pull that up over the ears so they can hear. And then you want to make sure that's off the bridge of the nose and tuck it in nice and neat. Boom. They're ready to rock and roll. All right. So that's how you bandage up some eyes. That's how you irrigate some eyes. Remember, minimum 20 minutes. Good job, guys. See you in class.